email and telephone rates are low and all those kinds of things. And, as I try to encourage parents, you can be as
That's not much. That's all right. Listen, as you know, if you listen to the show, I think life begins. The argument rages on, but I think life begins when you learn to program the VCR.
Oh, yeah.
Right, some people think
my life has not begun.
We are all in jeopardy.
Yeah, yes. I would have been killed last night. I did Politically Incorrect last night. I spent a half hour trying to figure out the VCR with an expert, by the way, on the phone with me, trying to talk me through it. Got nothing.
Oh.
Couldn't do a goddamn thing.
I don't get it. Can you do it?
Me? No, not with that proper guidance.
I can't even set the clock on the VCR.
I can do that. I can set
do
that?
that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, we should talk.
I'm pretty good at that.
All right, Traylor and Ryan are both here from Two Guys, a Girl, and the Pizza Place. You can find it tomorrow night. That'd be Wednesday, ABC, 8:30. And yours truly will be guest starring in it. We'll take ourselves a little break, and when we come back, we'll talk to Robert, whose penis smells.
Loveline. Be right back in a minute.
This is Tyra Banks, and you're listening to Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Yes, you are. Phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191. Tyra Banks, by the way, has a crush on Drew.
I don't think she does anymore, though.
Think she's over you?
Yeah, I think she's over.
And that's the thing about supermodels. You can only keep their interest so long before they move on to some producer or something. But she was definitely into Drew, and I'd heard it somewhere. I don't know from whom, but I knew she had, and I confronted her on the air, and she admitted it.
It's the great thing.
Really?
That's the great thing about radio, though, is that the awful thing about radio, really, is you're never as good as people imagine you to be. You're always a disappointment.
No, you're
well,
cute.
You can't be going that far off if Tyra Banks
you
is,
are.
Yeah, but wait a minute. Let me say something about Drew for a second. Not only is Drew a doctor, and doctors are notoriously ugly, people who study a lot are notoriously ugly.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's Darwin's way.
Oh, yeah.
The good-looking guys are, they're banging cheerleaders.
Not
and
Drew, though.
They're doing bong loads. Oh, yes, he did that, too. He just studied when he was done banging. He got tired banging the cheerleaders. He'd hit the books. But the point is it's only in the movies are especially women. I mean, you do not see the spectacular-looking women who are physicists. I mean, you do in the movies, but in real life, you ever watch C-SPAN about 4:30 in the morning?
My first boyfriend was really good-looking, and he's a doctor now, and he was the big captain of the football. He had it all going on.
You should have stayed with him. Did he dump you?
I don't. No, I wouldn't.
Sure.
You know what? I wouldn't touch him.
Oh, you wouldn't put out?
I think he got a little bored with me, possibly.
Yeah.
One time I accidentally sat up and put my hand on his penis, and he goes, "Well, that's the closest you've ever gotten."
Wow. So no sex with this guy.
No sex with that one.
And he just got tired of the
Jablonski.
He got tired of the oral sex and just moved on.
Yeah, I got good at that.
Ooh, so did Drew. Anyway, people who study a lot are notoriously homely. And so you'd think Drew would be homely, and then people who are on the radio are exceptionally ugly. I know because I've walked down the halls of radio stations. It's a bunch of fat, balding, and those are the women, by the way. They're hideous people on the radio, and that's why they've been relegated to the radio. So between the doctor and the radio, you'd figure Drew was hideous, but look at him. He's all man over there.
Yeah, and you know what I've noticed? I'm a hand person. You have very nice hands.
Oh, thank you.
He has nice hands.
Weren't we talking about that once, that chicks
women like
hands?
Look at his hands.
If a chick had a good set of jugs on her, I wouldn't care if she had hooves where her hands were supposed to be. I really wouldn't. Guys, I've never heard a guy, you could ask a guy 5 years in a relationship, does your girlfriend have nice hands or does your wife have nice hands? And he'd go, I don't know.
Feet.
How do I know?
Are you a feet person?
Here's what guys want in a foot on a woman. Don't be hairy. Don't be hairy, and don't have one of those toes my grandma has, where the small toe actually is further inside than the one inside of it.
I know this.
That's
I know this.
70 years of chasing cabs and pumps.
Toes.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Of course. The Depression era toe.
Traylor Howard and Ryan Reynolds are both here from Two Guys, a Girl, and the Pizza Place. That would be ABC. 8:30 tomorrow night, Wednesday night.
6.
Wow.
I got a kick out of that. Depression era,
It's true. Old women didn't know how to take care of their feet.
In the Depression.
Well,
and wore those horrible shoes.
That's what they would claim now, right? Oh, when I was growing up, Mom bought me the right size shoes.
Yeah, now it's just a bunch of lesbians in Birkenstocks. They're going to be fine. They're not going to have
an Asian culture that binds feet. Never mind.
Yeah.
Robert?
Hello.
You're 20.
Yes, I am.
What's going on there?
Not much. Hey, everybody. How's it going?
Good.
Adam.
Say hey. Yeah.
Hey.
Run, run, dingo boy.
All right. A little blast from the past there.
Uh-huh.
It's a character I used to do on a syndicated radio thing.
Yeah.
I didn't know about
I
that.
don't play it anymore.
You know about Dingo Boy?
What do you mean, Dingo Boy?
Oh, geez. I'm trying to think. I know it's bad radio just to gloss over stuff and say, forget it. I'll explain to you during the commercial. But
It's one of those topics.
Dingo Boy was a character I used to do. It was about a guy who was part man, half dingo. I actually can sing the Dingo Boy theme song if you like. It explains the entire premise of the sketch. Now, you ready there, Robert?
This is something you did on radio?
Syndicated for a radio comedy service. And I also did it on stage for a while.
How do people hear about it? How would they know about it?
Well, Robert, how do you know about it?
It was on a radio station where I was at. They do.
But it must have been like 5 years ago.
No, actually, they quit doing it about 2 years ago.
Yeah, I probably quit about 3 years ago, and they just ran it for another year.
Yeah.
All right, so here's the Dingo Boy theme song.
Oh, here we go.
It's got music and everything, but I'll do it a cappella. And it tells a story. Run, run, dingo boy, run, run, dingo boy, oh, run, run, dingo boy. Found by wild dingoes in the outback they lived in. His parents had been murdered. Now dingoes are his kin. Dingoes caught him hunting, and dingoes taught him pride. Dingoes made him diapers out of gopher hide. Run, run, dingo boy. Oh, run, run, dingo boy. Dingo boy. Oh, run, run, dingo boy. Now here's the part. Wait a minute. This. Easy on the echo there. I appreciate it. This is the part that really explains
I want to hear
what
story.
happened to Dingo and how it worked out.
Yeah.
He grew into adulthood. His memory drifted back. His human nature told him it's time to leave the pack. He searches every city, Melbourne, Queenstown, and Perth, to find his parents' killers and put them in the earth. Run, run. And then so Dingo Boy would go... must find man who killed parents. And he talked to the great white dingo, and he was on a quest. It was kind of like Bill Bixby in The Incredible Hulk. He just traveled. He traveled from town to town looking for somebody, and he never found him. Like Kung Fu.
Yeah, and then antics ensue.
Yeah, and then the local girl would fall in love with him, but he'd break up because he couldn't stay because he had to find the people that killed the parents.
Robert, you see what you did?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
He's
Thank you. Let's finish with you. What's your question?
Okay, more often than not, my penis smells, or that area does really bad.
Are you uncircumcised?
No, I'm circumcised. I'm just curious to know, like, sometimes it doesn't smell, sometimes it does. I usually wear briefs, but I do wear boxers, and I was just wondering, like, why does it do that? I mean, I do wash, and I do scrub with soap and water and stuff, and I'm just curious to know why it does this.
Dingo Boy licked clean every night before he hit hay.
Oh, God.
One advantage to being half dingo can reach own junk.
Do you have any unusual hygiene habits?
I'm going to do the entire show in Dingo Boy, Drew.
No.
Yes.
God.
Must find new doctor with more appeal to replace aging Dr. Drew. Where's Dean Adele?
Robert, anything unusual about your hygiene habits?
No, nothing.
Well, here's the question. Is the smell coming from the penis or from the area?
Mainly the penis.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. But how can you tell? Don't most guys ultimately learn their sort of dressing and hygiene habits from a woman?
Yeah.
Along the way, not from a woman, but because of a woman.
But they instruct you eventually. Somebody says, "Hey, this won't do."
Well, that's dress, but when it comes to hygiene...
Even that, I imagine. If something like this were going on...
Yeah, but there's two types of hygiene or showers a guy takes, and they're totally different. There's that I'm running late for work, I'm going to dump some talc in my shorts and slap some Aqua Velva on, and then there is the I got a date tonight, I'm going to scrub the junk. Like some sort of
junk.
Your crotch becomes like some sort of super fund project where you actually spend millions of dollars and thousands of man hours just cleaning the junk because it may be utilized.
Yeah.
So, Robert, if you go and you take that soap on a rope and you really work it in and you really take care of business, does it smell, later on that day?
No.
Are you aware of the smell?
Then it's hygiene.
Okay.
Yeah. Then
well, listen.
Showering.
Robert.
Yeah,
wear cologne.
I take a shower every day. I take one in the morning, and then when I get home from work, I take one.
Yeah.
So, but I was just wondering, like, could it be from, like, sweat buildup in that area?
That's part of it.
Yeah.
That's part of it.
Just dump some talc down there.
Okay.
That's what I do.
Cologne or something.
Talc make Dingo Boy's loincloth feel fresh. Cut back on friction between legs.
Yeah, but that means you lick the talc.
Talc tastes good. Make nuts like powdered donut.
And that's funny. Why?
All right. Well, he brought it up.
What was that?
Traylor and Ryan are both here from Two Guys, a Girl in the Pizza Place. Drew, you should go take some vitamin C and prioritize. I want you to look in the mirror and really see what's looking back at you over there. We got a radio show to do tonight.
Can't you eat certain things and then the semen tastes different or smells different?
Well, I think this is more of a hygiene thing than a semen thing.
Yeah.
And I think it's just, there's a lot of funk that comes from that area. It's sort of
really?
it's like the mouth of the volcano, you know what I mean? It's a lot of heat buildup in there, and it's really... volcano. Well, it's where everything comes together. It's your body's natural fork.
All right.
You know what I mean? If you think about it, it's the fork in the road. If you were to put like an AM PM on your body, you would put it on your nuts. Because that's where all the traffic is. You see what I'm saying? And that's why you got to dump the talc down there. Thank you. Ryan knows what I'm talking about.
Well, I've never understood the shaking of the penis, like that's enough to get the urine off.
Well, what do you want to put like a shop vac in there?
You take toilet. I mean, make sure it's all off.
No.
Wipe.
Q-tip it.
Yeah, some guys do that, but I think they're only gay guys.
Some guys wipe?
No, they blot. They'll pick a little tissue.
That guys have a prostate problem because then there's a leakage. But if your prostate's working right, when it shuts off, that's it. There's maybe a drop at the end, but once that drop is gone.
Yeah, it's like saying if when you shut the kitchen faucet off, if it shuts off, you don't have to put something under it, or you don't have to, worry about it. But if it doesn't, then you got to put a bucket under there.
Yeah,
all right.
Older guys.
We'll take a little break. We'll get into why Traylor's seen so many drippy penises and what the average age of her dates are after this.
Loveline. Be right back in a minute.
Hello, this is Squiggy from Lenny, and when I need some love advice, I listen to Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Squiggy. The squeak tones. Traylor Howard is here, and so is Ryan Reynolds from Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place. ABC, that is tomorrow night, 8:30, Wednesday nights on the fabulous ABC, and you can see me on that show as well. If you watch tomorrow night, I will be playing myself. And as I've said, that is the most difficult type of acting, playing yourself.
Yeah.
You were the A story.
You were the A story.
Oh, that's right. That's right. They have a they have an A and a B.
Yeah,
and a C, too.
Well, there's three leads. Usually it's A, B, C.
I think I might have been C that week.
C.5.
Yeah, that's how we...
Wow.
recent grade.
I was the A story. Do you hear that, Drew?
You're the A story.
I'll be the judge of that.
Drew, you're the A holy. I would be the A story. Mike's quick tonight. Yes, look at him. He must be sober or something. There's a big difference in Mike. A couple times a month, Mike shows up here sober, and there's a distinct difference in his work. All right.
Kiss my ass, Adam.
Karen.
Hi.
You're 21.
I am.
Yeah.
Okay, let me give you mad props real quick. Both of you are both physically and mentally beautiful.
Wow.
Well,
You are great.
thanks.
And I would also like to pick a bone with you, Adam. You're always talking smack about big girls. Well, I'm a big girl, and I get mine, okay?
Black guy?
Huh?
Got a black boyfriend?
No, I don't. I date punk rock boys.
Yeah. Yeah, hopped up on heroin. How big a gal? How big a gal are you?
I'm 5'10", and I am just shy of 200 pounds.
Okay, hold on. Let me work a little radio math here. 5'10". Let me check. Go down the chart there.
That's tall.
Hold on. I'm going down the chart there. That is 5'7.5", and just under 200 is 227.
No, I'm 5'10".
Yeah, I did the radio math there.
Okay.
And don't give me that just under 200. You were just under 200 your first year of junior high. You got to be up around 230 now, right?
If you choose to consider me a liar, that is your choice.
All right, but over 200. All right, just give me that over
then
2.
I revoke you being a beautiful person. Drew, you're gorgeous.
Not over 2?
That's what we've been saying all along.
Hey, Karen, where do you live?
I live in Austin, Texas.
Oh, you're so lucky.
Am I?
I was going to bring you down here and put you on a scale.
Oh.
And win some money.
Okay.
All right.
Karen, what's going on? What?
I have a severe phobia of doctors. I'm almost 22 now. I've never been to a gynecologist, and for the past year, I have been. Well, I've been a hoe. Okay, I've been pretty promiscuous, and
You've never had a pap smear?
No, I know this is wrong, but I
gotta do it.
I absolutely tremor when I think of doctors. I have to, when I am just sick, with a flu or whatever, I have to wait until it is absolutely necessary that somebody drags me down to a doctor, because I'm so scared of doctors, and I don't know how to get over it, and I was hoping perhaps you had...
Well, did something happen to you? You have a bad experience or something?
With a doctor?
Yeah.
I remember my pediatrician that I used to go to, and he gave me the creeps, but for no really good reason. And I think I was just scared of them then, too.
Isn't it kind of your family's job to indoctrinate you, pardon the pun, into the whole medical field? I mean, your folks are supposed to take you every however many years, and then by the time you get out on your own, you're cool with it, and you understand the procedure. But if your folks didn't drag you in, I don't think you're going in.
Well,
my mother, she is a licensed vocational nurse, and she's anytime that I was sick, she would supply the antibiotics or whatever I needed. And
but it's time now to be an adult and to
I am an adult.
Yeah. No, I know, but you've got to behave like one though, and it means going in there no matter how uncomfortable it is. And you've got to find somebody you are as comfortable as possible with, somebody who you can communicate with, someone who is be patient with you. And over time, the repeated visits that are not traumatizing, a lot of this will settle down. You'll still get upset every time you go, but if it's a person that you see as a person that you're familiar with, that you feel in control with, this should settle down.
I don't think anyone enjoys going to the doctor.
Well, but I've dealt with a number of people that have real bad phobias, and it takes a lot of time and nurturing and attention.
Well, I guess it doesn't really help because none of my friends, my girlfriends who go to the gynecologist, all they have is horror stories. Oh, it hurt. Oh my God, it was so embarrassing or whatever. And I can't. I know I need to, but a lot of people know that they need to do a lot of things, but it doesn't really help, and I don't understand why it's so completely.
Well, certainly don't go the first time and have the pap smear. Go establish a relationship and then see if you can't do it.
Yeah, like the sign in front of the brake shop that says free inspection. They just put it up on the rack, take a look around, and then lower you back down again. But they're not pulling the rim off or turning any rotors or anything. That's what you need to do, right? Just get up on the rack once.
You don't have to get up on the rack. Just sit on the table and
talk
eyeball to eyeball.
And talk about what?
Is it really?
How's the vagina? Nice, thanks.
Is it really 100% necessary to
go?
Yes,
100%. Young women die of cervical cancer. And this is the way to prevent that.
Karen.
Yes?
How about going to a female gynecologist? Is that better?
That's icky, I think.
All right, yeah, I'm with you. Go to a male then.
I go to a male.
You go to a male?
Yeah, I go to a male. I don't think it's ever I think it's more it's just like you feel vulnerable. Like when you go to a gynecologist. It's just that, but There's some really good ones that'll talk to you.
She's got issues above and beyond the vulnerability position.
I have absolutely no problem being naked and being with my partners. It's something about somebody examining.
All right, but the fact that you get naked so much and have so many partners really means you got to get into the gynecologist and look at things. You understand? Someone likes to wave their crotch around as much as you should really be all right with the gynecologist.
You need to settle down. I don't wave my crotch.
Drew, you know what they need for girls like Karen? They need give them a six-pack and have one of those mirror balls spinning around a little. A little Leonard Skinner playing in the background. Do The Office like the interior of a van.
I have an idea. No, I have an idea.
To feel comfortable.
We have to
put some paneling and some bad rust. Would you let me finish the goddamn statement over here, Drew? Oh, screw you. Go ahead and talk, you jackass. Drew, stop. Why do you force feed me when I'm on a roll here? Why do you got to do that?
I was going to add to what you were saying.
All right, but let me finish the F word.
What I was going to say was, what about getting a piercing parlor and a tattoo parlor? Putting that all in the physician's office.
Right. So, as long as you had your panties down.
This is a brilliant thing. They bring that whole culture in.
Kill two birds with one stone. Is there anything you can do at home on your own?
No.
Why not?
Because there isn't.
There's no kit with a little mirror you can put on your shoe or something?
Because you have to get into the... You have to get... I'm not trying to get pictures. You have to get, if this is the cervix, as you look at, you have to get into the canal there and brush it out.
Where's the cervix? Where's the legs?
Oh, boy.
Dang, draw the boobs, too, for as long as you're doing it. I like that.
The uterus now. This is the cervix down here.
Where's the legs?
Nice
down
legs.
There. Okay, that's the cervix?
Yeah.
What's up here?
Uterus.
Fallopian tubes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You got all that?
Yeah. All right.
And you have to, and this thing is you have to get it into view, and you got to get right in there. And
I just thought of a cool idea for bikini bottoms.
No.
Just print the stuff on there. Guys can't really figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
A roadmap? Anatomy chart.
I think, they have those shirts that they're just a tight long sleeve T-shirt, but they look like a tuxedo.
Yeah.
Sort of the same kind.
They have the ones with all the organs on them.
And they have the ones with the organs. Why not have the ones for women? So you got the cervix, you got the fallopian tubes, you got the majora and the minora and whatever else is going on down there. You know what I'm saying? That guys could really learn something, and it'd be kind of exciting, like when you're at the beach.
Robbed of one more mystery.
Traylor, you don't like this idea?
I don't think I'd wear that.
Oh, okay.
She says that now.
And I haven't even designed the back. Where do you see the back?
Yeah.
Peter.
Yeah.
All right. You're 14. Mm-hmm.
I called about 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Had some problems with my family. I was about to run away. It was Dr. Marcel, not Dr. Drew. Dr. Drew was in Hawaii or something.
Sure. He leaves during the important calls. What did we tell you to do?
Not run away.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. Did you not run away?
Yeah, I managed to stay home, but worse things happened.
While you're at home?
Yeah. Like, what happened was the Monday right after that I tried to commit suicide.
Oh, that's bad.
Did you get hospitalized?
Yeah.
Okay.
How did you try to kill yourself?
I took the cord from my electric guitar, wrapped it around my neck, and just tried strangling myself.
A cord from a guitar?
All right.
My electric guitar.
So, how long did you stay in the hospital for?
Like a week and a half.
How things go?
Yesterday.
You feel better?
No.
Don't feel any better.
All right. Hey, Peter?
Yeah.
I know this is bad timing, but we got to take a break.
All right.
Can you hang on?
Yeah.
Don't do anything foolhardy while we're taking our break, right?
All right.
All right, we'll be back in a few minutes, and we'll get you all straightened out, okay? Traylor and Ryan are both here from Two Guys Girl in the Pizza Place. Peter's over there. Oh, someone put him on hold. I didn't even do that. Well, Mike did. All right. You want me to send it in a break, Mike? I do that? By just pushing this button?
I feel so liquidy.
Really? Why?
You're listening to Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. KFMA. Green Valley, Tucson.
We got to turn snacking into a effing sport. All right. Well, I must have used the F word on the air once or once or twice myself, so we'll excuse Drew for his outburst. Traylor Howard is here, so is Ryan Reynolds from Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place. The Smash Comedy on ABC, 8:30, Wednesday nights. That's tomorrow night. Could be tonight for those who are hearing the show in a day delay. But anyway, I'm guest starring in this episode. So if you want to see my Brillo head,
your A story
in person, I am the A story. The alpha male in the show, as we call it, Drew. That will be Wednesday night on Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place. Now, when we left off, we're speaking to Peter. Peter called in the show a couple of weeks ago. Drew was basking in the sun in Hawaii. Me and Dr. Marcel were at the helm, and God knows what kind of horrible advice we gave to Peter.
Marcel did a great job. He tried to kill himself next day. It's terrific. I feel very comfortable with my coverage now.
Well, if he'd wanted a breast augmentation, Marcel would have been all over that. He's a plastic surgeon, one of Drew's swinging friends. Ooh. But anyway, you can always tell the plastic surgeons because they're the pimps of the doctor world. Big gold rope chain bracelet, chain smoking, wearing the the glasses with the purple tint in it.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of looks like James Woods. Peter.
Yeah.
All right, so we told you not to run away, and you didn't run away, but you tried to kill yourself.
Yeah.
And then how did they find out you tried to kill yourself?
What happened that night was my dad noticed the cuts in my hand, and so he was just like, "You're so stupid, you're so dumb, yell.
Is anybody doing anything about what's going on in your home?
No, not really, except for, like, my therapist is trying to set up family meetings.
All right.
You're like,
okay.
Nah.
That's something.
That's something. You gotta really urge your family to participate. Let them know how important it is to you. And
it's so hard to open up that way when you're pissed off at your parents that way. You know?
But the parents' behavior is what needs to be dealt with. They're the ones that are... Clearly, he was getting some abuse in the home. That's why he wanted to leave, whether it's physical or emotional, whatever. I mean,
what happened that night was, I, ran upstairs to my room in, hysteria.
What? Say that again, Peter?
I, ran up to my room, just hysterical.
Yeah.
Because, I felt like my dad didn't, give a crap about me.
Yeah.
So, so I'm just, laying up in my bed, and I locked my door, and, he knocked on the door and was like, "Peter, you need to come down and do the dishes." And, I don't know, I took that really, really personally. I took that as a real insult to me.
This kind of women's work, I agree with you. Are your mom and your dad still together?
Yeah.
And how's...
home. On Mondays, and Mom doesn't get home till late.
Yeah, but how is your mom? How does she treat you?
She's so-so. She, sometimes she can be a little bitchy, but sometimes she's all right.
You know what I want to do? I want to send a note home for all our listeners saying, I would use your name actually. This is Dr. Drew, PhD.
PhD.
Well, I'm just trying to, fill out the title there since I didn't want to say your last name over the radio. And I'd say it has come to our attention that there's strife in the family, and although your young son Peter's having difficulty articulating himself, there's some serious problems here, and it's very important that you get into counseling so he doesn't hate your guts for the rest of his entire life. Peter?
Yeah.
How about talking to your mom and say...
yeah, but Mom's totally for the counseling thing. Well, my dad's...
All right, well, maybe the two of you can pressure your dad into participating eventually.
Yeah.
But, look, the good news is you're in professional hands, you're participating in treatment, maybe the family will get involved. I mean, this is how things can get better. You're running away, or certainly you're killing yourself. Neither of those things would have added... anything useful to the situation. Now you're on a road that has potential. There's hope here, so stay on it.
And stay with the therapy. I know it's painful, but it's important. Tammy.
Yes.
You're 22.
Yes.
You promiscuous?
No.
No?
No.
All right. There goes my...
I think you guys are great. I think you guys are so funny, and I just bought your book today, and I finally get to see what you guys look like. First time I've seen you guys.
Really?
Yeah.
We've had a show on cable for 3 years now.
Cable.
Yeah.
I don't have cable.
Really?
Yeah.
What's up with your...
Traylor and I are of no use to you.
What's gone wrong in your life that you don't have cable?
We just live way out in the boondocks.
No, you can't get cable?
No.
Oh, yeah. I'd move.
I'm sending you a satellite.
A satellite now.
What's that?
I'm sending you a satellite.
Dishwalla.
You know what a satellite is?
Yes.
Okay.
My parents have one. We're going to get one of these days.
You know what I think's real funny?
What?
Sometimes you see those guys driving the mobile homes and or the RVs.
And they have satellite dishes.
Yeah, but they have that one that's 16 feet by 16 feet. Yeah. It's like something that they use at NASA. And you think to yourself, Christ, you couldn't have gone for the smaller dish on that baby?
Not to mention the crappy clearance.
The thing, yeah, first of all, you can't drive under a tunnel with that baby up. And you put it up and a wind kicks up, it's going to turn the whole camper over. Tammy?
Yes?
You have to improve your life and get satellite.
What's going on, Tammy? What else is going on?
Well, I have no sex drive. I know it's driving my husband crazy. And it's been going on for quite a while. I feel like I could live without it completely.
How long has this been going on for?
Probably about 8 months.
Are you on medication?
Not really. I'm on Serzone.
Then
It's not really supposed to affect.
yeah, but it can.
Yeah.
So that's the problem.
But it was like that before I was on it, though.
It was before that. So it was the depression that was doing it to you?
I don't know. Possibly.
Drew, what's the Serzone?
Serzone is a serotonin reuptake inhibitor. It's an antidepressant that has a sort of a unique mechanism of action that shouldn't cause this particular side effect. You know, mostly serotonin reuptake inhibiting drugs like Prozac and Zoloft and Paxil and Celexa cause extreme libido drop-off.
Right.
Just like what Tammy's describing. But Serazone could do that.
Again, I'm going to blame the lack of cable because that's what started the depression. Here's the first place. That got you on the Serazone, and that killed the libido, right, Drew?
Pharmacological interventions. Wellbutrin is a medicine that can sometimes enhance libido and can be used with Serazone. And they've shown, although those studies aren't published yet, but there's some anecdotal studies that suggest, anecdotal reports that suggest that Viagra for women could increase libido.
Well, how do I get on that? Do I just talk? I mean,
you talk to the doctor. Well, that's a pharmacological approach. The other is to get into some therapy and whatnot and see what's going on here. Maybe some.
Well, actually, we're in therapy.
All right.
Yeah.
So does the therapist there a couples therapy?
Yeah.
Does he or she think there's a reason for the drop off in libido that's emotional, dynamic?
She doesn't really know. I mean, she recommended me to this doctor. That's
all right.
Why I started going to this doctor. And
all right, we'll talk to the psychiatrist about these interventions pharmacologically.
I had a power outage at my house yesterday.
Is that a segue or what?
Yeah, very smooth.
Wow.
Well, I'm tying it into the cable thing. Well, look, she's got a doctor, she's got a therapist. What the hell are you going to do, Drew?
Right.
You don't know any more than they do. Well, a little bit. I mean, you're on TV and all. You must know a little more than much on TV, right?
Well,
You wrote a book, didn't you?
It all opens up then.
I went home and the power was out. It was like 7 o'clock at night, and I immediately started going insane. I didn't know what the hell to do. I lit candles, and I sat there, and I thought, oh, for Christ's sake, I'm going to have to read. And then I realized, no, I can't do that. I'll break my streak. I haven't read anything since junior high, and I'm not about to start. So I went down the hill to the falafel place and killed about 45 minutes with a mirror over there.
They had power?
Yeah, they had power.
Oh,
yeah, I got to listen to the radio that was being piped in through the drop ceiling and watch the kebabs burn. It was good, but I realized because all I do is watch cable TV that if you take it away from me for just a moment, I would go insane. And you know I'm a big napper, right, Drew?
Oh, yeah.
And it was weird. I thought to myself, wait a minute, it's 7 o'clock. I've been known to nap, before the show. And I could just take a nap now. But napping without the power screwed with me, even though it wouldn't make any discernible difference. It would just be dark, and I would just take a nap.
Too scary to wake up with the power still out.
In a world without cable, yeah. So I had to actually go down the hill, and when I came back up, thank God the power was back on.
My power went out the second before Jimmy Smits died on NYPD.
Really?
Is that not a bummer? 90 minutes long, too.
Really?
Right then, just right before the flat line.
And how did you find out how he died?
Well, he flatlined.
Well, he got shot or something?
Oh, he had a heart problem.
Oh, okay.
Thing.
Good. What do I watch?
Yeah, what do you so...
I watch anything.
He says Dukes of Hazzard and Baywatch.
Oh.
And any of that weird stuff from the 70s, like $6 Million Man, any of that stuff.
I like that stuff.
Sonny and Cher show come on every once in a while.
You watch the whole thing, or do you just flip?
No, I constantly flip. I constantly flip, and then I watch The Simpsons, and then some weird thing on, like, the sinking of the Edmund Fitzgerald on the Discovery Channel. I'll sit there and go, Jesus Christ, you mean that thing carried 26,000 pounds of ore? That's amazing. Seems like a lot of ore, I'll tell you.
I'm hungry. Let's get a falafel.
Better get a falafel. Wes?
Yeah.
Your or as people in the Midwest would say, the falafel.
The falafel.
I'm going to get the falafel. You're 16. What's going on?
Yeah, I heard you guys talking about something about, like, Scottish people having sort of a way to be addicted to things.
Yeah.
I'm Scottish, and I know that my parents smoke marijuana, and I tried it a while ago, and I started doing it more and more, and it seemed like that's, like, all I could think about.
Right.
And
that's marijuana addiction.
I thought the Scots were more into the booze, though.
They are, but as I've said many times, having the alcoholic gene puts you at risk for marijuana addiction as well, for some people.
But Scottish people actually have have more tendency to become addicted to alcohol?
Yeah.
American Indian.
Irish, North American Indian.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I just didn't know whether I can know if I'm going to be addicted to it or if I have the gene or...
Well, you already are. I mean, if you're thinking about it all the time and you're doing it every day and you have trouble stopping, that's it.
All right.
That's the deal. I mean, stop while you still can.
Okay.
If you still can.
I've had intervals where I could stop for a while, but then I start back up again.
Go to MA if you have trouble.
Okay.
This is, you can really avoid a big mess. Because believe me, it will affect your studies, affect your ability to pursue a career. It just gets involved with everything.
And I
do you think it's the gene, or do you think the parents smoke the weed because all they have for entertainment is that Lord of the Dance thing, and they're just going insane? They need it to cope. What form? You know, listen, I'd be smoking weed if I was in Scotland too. What do you got there? Is that the haggis?
Oh yeah.
You just sit there. The skies are gray. You eat something that was in a sheep's intestine. Then you watch some guy dance around without his upper half moving. I'd be smoking weed too. Wes?
Yeah.
Are we done with you?
I have one more thing for Dr. Drew. My granddad has diabetes.
Yeah.
And I was wondering about, like, is there a pattern?
Genetic?
People who can get diabetes? Because I heard my mom, we were talking about how...
Did he get it when he was older?
I think he did, yeah.
Yeah, when you're 70, 80 years old, there might be a slight predisposition for that, but it's not a big issue, okay?
All right.
All
right, Wes. Stop freaking yourself out with the genealogy.
All right.
My God.
All right.
Oh, can you imagine the Carolla tree? We had to look
I'd kill
that up.
myself.
Oh.
I'd just kill myself. I mean, if I sat there and studied my family's the tree and the addictions and just the physicality, just looking at them, I'm already scared. Police.
Aren't most diseases somehow passed on, though? Genetically?
I mean, disease...
Any disease?
It has to have some genetic component to it. It doesn't necessarily have to be passed along from one generation to the next, but they often
it's more, it's hereditary in some way, though. Anything.
To the extent that you were given the gene pool you were given, yeah.
That's no answer.
Well, it's not... The genetic makeup of the individual is always involved in disease process, but you may not have gotten a specific gene from a family member to create the disease. It may be a novel combination that puts you at risk.
Yeah. Like you taking it in the rear a little too much at the gay bathhouse, and that's how you got AIDS or something like that.
That's a little different, yeah.
That's not something that'd be passed on.
No.
I mean, like neurological diseases.
But some people believe that there are certain people that are resistant to getting HIV, and they're studying them now. And that would be some genetic makeup that allowed that.
Ian.
Oh, am I on the radio?
Yep.
No, I'm in the next room, you jackass.
Okay, I got a couple of things I want to say before we start. Drew, you kick ass, and so do you, Adam.
Thank you.
I like worship you guys.
That's a strong word, but good enough.
Also, a long-time listener, first-time caller.
Beauty.
Okay, well, I got this problem. Last night, I had, like, this dream, about my friend's sister, and I mean, she's like fine. She's like so incredibly hot. I mean, the hottest person I've ever met, and she's so nice, and she's really cool. But anyway, to the point, I just couldn't stop thinking about the dream all day, and now I think I like her.
Yeah.
The way you described her, it sounded like you liked her.
Well,
hell, I like her now.
Now I'm dreaming about her.
How old is she?
I think she's either a sophomore or she's either a junior or a senior. I'm not sure.
What's the question?
Perfect.
Okay, she's like 16 or
Good.
17.
What's the question?
She's got a car. She can come over.
Well, anyway, the question is, I'm going over there on this weekend, and I just want to know if I should base this dream on reality. I just want to know if this means anything, or it's just like
dreams have a tendency to sort of amplify that kind of thing. Sometimes you may have not have thought of somebody a certain way, but then you have a dream about them, and then you were kind of getting into it.
Yes, that happens all the time. You have a dream about somebody, and you look at them just a little bit differently. But you got to look at it this way. Why did you have the dream?
Right, and it's clear from Ian's description of her that you were into her completely dream or no dream.
Well, Ian's 15. She's a couple years older. It's his friend's friend's sister who you automatically have a crush on.
You just dream about it.
Automatically, and she's cute and smart and nice. So, I mean, that's a done deal. But Ian, here's the question. What are you planning on doing? Understand, this does not make her any more vulnerable to your overtures. That's just your dream. That's the other thing that people do in dreams, and I've done it before too, where you dream you have sex with somebody, and then you see him the next day at work.
Well,
and
this isn't really sex, though.
All right, well, whatever. You see him the next day at work, and you think to yourself, I know logically I didn't have sex with them, and they were dreaming about God knows who, but it puts me a little closer.
Yeah.
I got a little better shot now. I don't know why that is.
Or when you have a bad dream about somebody, and you wake up and they're there, and you feel like hate them.
Yeah, I've had a dream that people I work with are trying to kill me. Trailer.
Hello?
That sounds like a good opening, though, to tell her, not just don't say you had a
she's
sex
older,
dream
though.
about her, because you didn't have a sex dream about her, but if you like her.
Ian, if she's older and she's real good looking and she's popular.
Well, I'm not too sure about her social life, because she doesn't go to school that often. And she's kind of punk.
How do you...
She ran away a couple of times, and her parents are like...
Oh, that was a whole different... It's just shattered.
I pictured like captain of the cheerleading
I know,
team.
so did I. Not like Marilyn Manson.
I picture her like, she was away from school. She was on a field trip, the field and debate with the debate team or something.
No, she's Courtney Love.
Ian, how do you do with the ladies?
Well, until the past couple of years, I haven't been doing too good, but now I'm just sort of starting to rev up the engine,
Right.
Your girlfriends.
I know what it's like. You had some rough waters there in the early and mid-'90s when you were 8. Yeah. Let's say you're 8 through 11 or 12, but then as the mid-'90s kicked in...
I was getting revved up at 15. I
starting to crank it up a little bit.
Yeah. Anyway, I had a girlfriend this summer, and I got pretty intense.
Mm-hmm. Are you a virgin?
Not really. Okay, no.
What happened? No. You've had intercourse, have you?
Yeah.
Really? Wouldn't have guessed it by the voice. All right, Ian. She sounds a little chaotic.
She isn't that much anymore. She's sort of sticking to home.
Okay. Well, go over there and say hi.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got one more question. That one guy who said his semen was clear?
Yeah.
Well, mine does that quite often too, and I assumed that the white stuff is supposed to be like food for the little sperm cells.
I think so.
Yeah.
Keep them alive, I guess.
It's more of a lubricant for your genital tract.
Back to the clear.
They're like when you yawn, your heart stops, doesn't it, Drew?
Sure.
I love when the people calling this show start doing the self-diagnosis or just speaking in general medical theory. Imagine being around a few hundred years ago. Ian would be your doctor.
Yeah.
Would be a shaman. You kidding?
Just because he had
a shaman.
What do you mean? There's sperm in there?
Yes. Ian.
Cells?
Ian went to the mountain. He had a dream. He whacked off. He came down the mountain. Let's see what he has to say. He'd be the village shaman. That's right. Josh.
Yes.
You're 22.
Yes, sir.
What's going on there?
Nothing. I wanted to call you guys and thank you all. About 4 months ago, I called you guys, and I was having problems ejaculating. It was going like 2-3 hours with my girl, and I couldn't get off.
Yeah.
Well, you told me to stick to the position men are used to, sitting up, watching TV, and it worked.
I knew it.
And another thing, too, is I love the show, guys. Two guys and girl in a pizza place.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
My favorite episode is the hand lotion one.
Oh, yeah.
The peach hand lotion.
Yeah.
That was great. I miss Boston
fun
Common, though, too, so.
Well, be prepared to have a new favorite episode.
Tomorrow night.
Oh, yeah, I'm titillated.
Yeah, be ready.
And also, by the way, Drew, Adam, I don't worship you.
Oh, okay. That's
Okay?
all right.
Just making sure y'all knew that.
Oh.
Wait, can I get clear about that sitting up? What is that? Sitting up like
What
you're
are you
watching
talking- yeah.
football.
What does sitting up have to do with?
Josh?
He told me that he asked me if I masturbated a lot, and I said, yeah, quite a bit.
Mhm.
And he says, well, it's probably because you're used to sitting up watching a porno movie.
All right.
And so, hey, it worked, you know?
Here's I'll add a little clarity to that. A lot of guys masturbate for quite a long time before they get into any regular sexing. You know, I mean, there's some guys, they start masturbating at 13 years old, and, you know, maybe they have a few dates and a few flings or what have you, but some guys don't get a steady girlfriend that they have consistent sex with until they're 19 or 20. So they got a good 5-7 years. I mean, potentially, if you started at 13 and you didn't get a steady thing going until, like, you were 20, you got 7 years of doing it in the same position with the same grip and the same form. Okay, now maybe that's on your back and maybe your legs are, am I getting too cathartic here? Maybe your legs are straight out. Maybe you're doing it however you're doing it. Okay, now you get with a woman and all of a sudden you're on top of her and your knees are bent and it's a completely different situation and your penis is going, hey, 7 years of this and now I got this? No.
Interesting, though. I'm surprised that's...
Yeah, but see, Ryan, you probably started getting laid young.
Actually, no.
Really?
No, I was a late bloomer. I didn't even grow till 11th grade.
But when did you have your first sort of steady, work-it-out girlfriend?
11th grade.
11th grade.
Yeah.
So you're 16, 17 years old?
16.
Right. Now, and that's who you sort of worked it out with. And you didn't start masturbating until you're a little bit older.
15, yeah.
Right. So you didn't have...
Just around 13, I heard.
You didn't have that 8 years. You had 16 months or something. It didn't catch. If you had no girlfriend and just masturbated...
I could ejaculate walking down the street.
You could actually, if you tallied it up, you would have hundreds of thousands of sexual episodes without a woman before you were with the woman, and then your penis would be confused. That was my theory. So I told him to get in that position.
That was your theory.
Yeah. But Drew doesn't have any entertaining theories. He has medical ones.
So have you experienced that?
Yeah. All my theories, especially, actually, only the flattering theories, are based on trial and error.
This was your theory. This was your theory about the way he...
This was his experience.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
so he changed positions, and then his penis thought he was masturbating, and it was fine.
He's got like
well
the remote.
He's got the remote.
We're going to take a little break. Two Guys, a Girl, and the Pizza Place is the name of the show we're talking about tonight, and we'll be back after this.
This is Loveline.
Hey, it's Loveline. Traylor Howard is here, and so is Ryan Reynolds. From Two Guys, a Girl. Would you turn that down there? Who is that? That Real Big Fish? I like that song.
I like that, too.
All right, well, let's just enjoy this.
Good dance music.
Okay, now turn down. Two Guys, a Girl, in the Pizza Place. The name of the show, ABC, Wednesday nights, 8:30. I will be on it tomorrow night, y'all. Making my triumphant network appearance.
Would you do it?
Sure.
Huh?
Oh.
Drew and I did a sitcom that never made it to air.
Really?
What?
Yeah, it's called Coffee and Donuts.
Fired Up.
I played.
We did Fired Up.
Oh,
the last and final lost episode.
Yeah.
I did that once, too. I did a Larroquette show.
That never made it.
No.
Yeah, do you have it? Have you seen it?
Yeah.
You did. You got the tape.
Oh, I got the tape.
Yeah,
we
should
never
get
seen our tape, yeah.
The problem with me, we got to do that, Drew.
We got to do a lot of things.
Are you nervous to see yourself tomorrow night?
He won't watch it.
Well, no, to tell you the truth, my girlfriend works for ABC, and she got a hold of the tape like a week ago.
So you've seen it?
No, I haven't seen it. She had it.
saw it?
I've had it the whole weekend. I haven't seen it.
What'd she say?
She said it was fine. I mean, she liked it. She said it was good. You know what's weird? I just want other people to watch it and then tell me if they liked it. I will watch it tomorrow. Don't get me wrong.
There are a million people here.
Oh, I'm sure of it. Tara, you're 24.
Yes.
Yeah, the thing, I just want to finish real fast. Drew and I do not, and Drew, don't lie.
Yeah.
I do not own a copy of one episode of Loveline.
Nor do I.
If you came to my house and said, what is this Loveline? Can I see the show? I would not have a copy.
Right.
Or a copy of the radio show.
Right.
Do you own one?
No.
No, I'm like that
Okay.
too, though. I don't think I have a single copy of my show.
You don't?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't
but
have one. I have outtakes. Those I like.
Oh, yeah, I would like a Loveline outtake real
Yeah,
quick.
those are fun.
They
I
barely,
actually have a lot of them.
they barely
I don't know
want
why, but I
to
do.
film the show. Well, you should, because in the business,
Yeah,
you
you
want
might
to
as well.
send them around or whatever. If you need a gig.
Yeah, but this could be it forever.
Well,
Might
that's
as well
too.
have it.
Right. Tara.
Yes.
You're 24.
Yes. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Good.
Hello.
I was just having a comment too about that girl, Karen. You know, the girl who says she's never been to the gynecologist.
Right.
Frightened.
Okay, well, when I was growing up, my mom never took me to the gynecologist, and I really didn't know that I had to go until later on when I, got my teenage years and on up. And I ended up getting pregnant and got married and moved out on my own and got, grown up. And I went to the gynecologist, and I had my baby 6 months. I was 6 months pregnant when I had him.
Oh, boy.
And he was premature, and he weighed 1 pound 9 ounces.
Oh, wow.
Is he okay?
Oh, yeah, he's 4 years old now, and he's
That's amazing.
healthier. I mean, he just gets on my nerves.
Okay.
He's so healthy. But, I mean, there's nothing wrong with him that they've seen so far, that he has no side effects.
That's great. But it's because you didn't get any prenatal care.
Yeah. And if I would have known, if I would have went to the gynecologist when I was younger, they would have told me I don't have a left side to my uterus.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess he didn't have enough room to grow.
It didn't implant in the right place, yeah.
Yeah, and so I was just wanting to let her know that she should go and get checked out.
How do you not have a left side to your uterus?
I don't know. They had some kind of word for it. I mean, they told me so many different stories. I'm so mad about all these hospitals, but
They didn't call it a corneal pregnancy, did they?
You say cornhole?
Corneal.
Oh, okay. Because that's impossible. You can't get pregnant that way, can you?
No, you can't.
All right.
I don't know what they called it.
All right.
I seriously don't.
All right, Tara. Your kid's good?
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah. Is
Getting
the,
pap smears every year now?
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Is the dad still around?
No, I left him.
Yeah, I knew he wouldn't be around. No, I mean, because
Any parents that wouldn't take their kid to the doctor
wouldn't produce a kid who could pick a good partner.
A stable relationship.
That's right.
I take my son, every time he's get a cold, I take him to a doctor.
That's good.
I'm on top of it.
Who's paying for that, by the way? Me?
No, me.
You are?
Yes.
What are you doing?
I work at the zoo.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What do you do?
I take care of the grounds.
Oh.
I do. I take care of the grounds, and I help with the events and stuff.
What city?
In Phoenix.
Oh, they're recognized for... No, they're not, are they?
Yeah, Ruby, our famous painting elephant.
You got a painting elephant?
We had a painting elephant, yes.
Listen, this is your elephant steps in a bucket and then steps on a piece of canvas. Doesn't make it
she would actually
an
take
artist.
a paintbrush and paint.
With her snorkel there?
With
Yeah.
chalk?
Yeah, she would paint, and we sell her prints and everything.
How interesting.
I would love to work at the zoo for like 10 minutes once a month. You know what I mean? It sounds like the world's coolest job on a very limited basis.
I want one of those elephant prints. You can buy them, she said.
You know the thing that's funny about zoos? All zoos do is try to raise money.
Yeah.
I don't know why. There never seems to be money allotted for zoos. They're always selling something.
Keep them in the wild.
What is that, Drew? We just...
I don't know anything about funding of zoos.
Every city gets a zoo.
Short-handed.
Oh, you know, let me tell you about the zoo. I haven't been in the zoo in 40 years because it's
no, I've been a lot.
Well, let me tell
I
you.
can tell you about zoos.
The LA Zoo has turned into like some sort of prison furlough program or something over there. It's very dicey.
No.
Very dicey.
No.
A lot of guys with tats on the neck walking around with illegitimate kids.
Anything in Los Angeles is that now.
Listen, I don't go to anything that's cheap fun for the family because that means the riffraff.
Oh, you are such a snob. I didn't know that about you.
Please. I feared for my life. I was going to jump in the lion cage where it was safe
When
last
was
time I was
there?
at the zoo.
Well, how long
Please.
ago? How long?
Somebody dragged me there like 3 years ago or
Theme
something.
party.
We went to Magic Mountain.
Oh, yeah, that's...
Yeah, all right, you know what I'm talking about then, don't you?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
You haven't seen the chimpanzees of Holly Mountains?
I saw a guy with a mustache on his forehead.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Let me explain the problem with Southern California, especially L.A. The population has gone along so quickly that any place you go to that has a big event, such as when you go to a football game at the Coliseum, or you go to the L.A. Zoo, or you go to Magic Mountain, or you go to one of these places where there's a large segment of the populace, you're screwed. You go to Utah, where there's a large segment of the populace, you're fine. L.A., look out.
Yeah.
It really is. It's like some sort of prison furlough gang count summit meeting witness relocation plan.
You're a snob.
Please. You don't want to make eye contact with anyone there. They'll shoot you. They'll put a shiv in you.
I don't like going to concerts because it's like a pirate ship unloaded.
Yeah, that's a little dicey, too. Bunch of pissed off teenagers.
Concerts are good. The theme parks. Watch out for the theme park.
I got the cable and the big screen. That's all I need.
But you are a snob. I didn't know that. But
listen, I want to see the zoo. I just turn to the Discovery Channel and watch like wild animals or fangs or claws or canines or whatever special they're showing, and learn all I need to know. But the problem is you go to the zoo and they got the exhibit, like the koala exhibit. Come see the koala exhibit. So you go into the thing because you've been hearing so much about the goddamn koalas, and you walk in there. Person's like, hey, Chachi, could you turn the lights on first off? No? Okay, it's dark? Well, the koalas need the dark. Okay, but I can't see them when it's in the dark. How about we piss off? I dropped $12. I don't care if the koalas are pissed off.
They're always sleeping.
Turn the lights
the
on.
animals are curled up inside a log in the back of the cage.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
That's right. They're always, and there's always explaining to me that they're in their dormant stage. I go in, and there's the alligator, and the alligator's floating. And it's just floating like a log. So I take like a cheese doodle or something and I throw it at the alligator, and it lands on the alligator's back, and the alligator's still floating. And then I yell at the alligator, and the alligator just floats. I want to see it dismembering somebody. You understand? I want to see some movement from the animals. They sit in the back, they curl up in the cave, they hide in the log, they get up in the tree, they turn their back to you, they take a dump, and they go to sleep. That's why the zoo's no good.
I used to go to Gatorland.
Now that's
for all our birthdays.
That's good. Was that in Florida?
Yep, Orlando.
And then
they fight with the gators.
And they feed them
You'd
chickens.
Walk a plank over the gators.
Oh,
yeah.
I've been there.
See, that's where I want to go.
There? There's one in Miami too, right? Something like that.
No, it's like Kissimmee.
Kissimmee.
I don't even know where that is.
South of Orlando.
So they go there, and then they have like feeding time, right, where they throw the chickens in.
Chickens? Why are you hung up on the chickens?
Because they feed those gators. That's what they feed them, chickens.
There's outside of my house where I live in Orlando, there's a 15-foot gator that lives there. It's a den.
God. Oh, my God.
I won't bring my dog home.
Wow, that's
they
great.
Eat dogs.
You just walk in, your dog, and next thing you know, you're just dragging gator by the leash.
Yeah,
they've hired Gator Bill to come in and try to
make
shoot
suitcases?
him. Try to kill the gator, because my dad's afraid the gator's going to come at him.
I'd like some penny loafers.
Yeah, a Gator Bill. Let me describe Gator Bill, a drunken Australian guy.
My father...
with big forearms and calves.
Yeah, exactly. My mother was talking to her for a long time, and my dad thought she was flirting with him. And she's like, Gator Bill?
Have you ever seen the Australian guy that does the show, though, the animal show?
Yeah.
I love this.
Oh, man.
Imitate him.
He's my favorite.
Yeah.
He always has the approach. It looks like an ordinary backyard here, but it's a variable brooding ground for vicious snakes.
And they're always breathing real hard.
Yeah, and then he just walks up and opens up a log, and it looks like an ordinary log here. Got him! Like right at that moment, the thing jumps out. He strangles it and rips it down to the ground and makes you a belt.
It's great when he's wrestling with the gator and narrating. Right?
Yeah,
you want to do a little that?
No.
It's like, all right, listen, I understand it's rude sometimes not to speak, but if you're wrestling with a 15-foot gator, I'll make an exception.
Yeah,
go ahead and get the gator into the sack, and then you can talk.
Got to make it over to the bridge here.
Have you seen that guy, Drew?
Yeah, he's my favorite.
This guy will do stuff like the gator will duck down in the murky swamp, and he'll dive in head first after.
Oh yeah, with a knife in his teeth there. It always ends in there.
And he'll explain, he'll go, the gator's going to try to roll me.
He's going to try.
That's the way he kills his prey. Then he'll stuff me into his underwater den and eat me at a later time. But I'm going to try to stop him. So, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's great.
Now he's using his head.
Roll sound.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah. He's catching snakes. He's catching gators. You got to watch this guy. But that's my idea of a guy who catches gators. He's also got to have some big pork chop sideburns, too.
Oh, yeah.
That's a guy who catches gators.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take ourselves a little break. And one more thing. When they explain how the jaw's powerful, I always like that. It's like, hey, no S. What am I looking out for? The liver, you jackass? Of course I'm looking out for the
I heard
mouth.
some friends that they were on a trip and the crocodile ate this woman in front of their friends.
Oh.
Because the crocodile will take you and like take you under.
And roll
and they
ya.
said the
He'll
woman,
roll
yeah,
ya.
roll ya. That the friends were watching and she fell in the water and the crocodile came up and this is an awful picture. The crocodile took her and she just was looking at them like, what the hell is going on? The crocodile took her under.
Because she didn't bring a machete, did he?
And that was it.
That was all she
The
wrote.
crocodiles are the fast ones.
Crocodiles, yeah, you run zigzag.
A different nose.
They run faster than a grizzly bear, but you never see them run. That's
No,
the whole
of course
thing.
not.
Oh, yes.
Go to the LA Zoo,
30
you're not going
miles
to see
an
them
hour.
run.
This one's just
You
lying.
know how to get away from a gator.
What?
You run zigzag.
Why?
Because they can't run zigzag. They run
go
straight.
I offer them oral sex. It's sort of a
I'll
compromise.
remember that when I vacation in Canada.
All right, we'll take a little break up.
Loveline on 92.1 KFMA.
Yeah? All right, the mic's on. Traylor Howard is here. So is Ryan Reynolds from Two Guys, a Girl in the Pizza Place. Tomorrow night, ABC. Wednesdays, ABC at 8:30. And if you want to see me, I'll be in tomorrow night's episode. And I'm sure after tomorrow night's episode,
Ratings skyrocket.
not only that, but the floodgates are going to open. I'll probably be doing
Fan mail.
be doing a lot of other sitcoms.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Sure, they'll be
huge.
they'll be beating down the doors for me.
I bet.
Okay, Joe. You know, it's hardest to play yourself.
I'm aware of that.
That's right up there with modeling's hard work.
Yeah.
Sean.
Yes, how are you?
Good.
So, how's it going tonight?
All righty, Sean.
I'm just a bit frustrated, I guess you could say.
Why?
Well, I'm a bit overly endowed.
Oh, really? Yeah. I hear you.
Me too.
It's been very difficult to get anything on with my girlfriend, so I've been wondering if you have any advice. I've tried oral sex. It doesn't really loosen her up enough. It's like trying to stuff 10 pounds of sausage in a 1 pound casing, basically.
Oh, my God.
What? I got Italian sausage, by the way, and Ryan's got the Canadian bacon, by the way.
Not much.
Sean, how big is your penis?
12 inches by around 2 to 3 inches round.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's ridiculous.
And she's a small girl, so
Yeah.
she's about 5'4".
Mm-hmm. 12 inches.
Mm-hmm.
When did you measure it last?
About 2 days ago.
Mm-hmm. Well,
She's kind of,
I just have a scale.
yeah, I have a fish scale at home.
So you did it with a ruler, and it came out to 12 inches.
Tape measure, yep,
Really?
that is correct.
Did you start from your asshole, or did you just push it up against your abdomen there?
That's not how I measure it, no matter how you do it, but I usually start from the base up.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
12 inches. That's amazing.
Does your father have a big one?
I have no idea. I never checked it out.
Let me talk to Drew for a second. 12 inches, a little too big.
Yeah.
Let's say. I would have went with him to
Sounds
like
like a
8
career.
3/4, maybe
Yeah, no,
9.
yeah.
People don't realize what a 12-inch penis really is. I mean, you get a look at like an 8-inch penis. That's a lot of schlong.
Yeah.
Oh yes. I mean, ask engineer Mike. He'll tell you. He's seen them all. 8 inches is a good amount of penis.
You're the carpenter. Show us 12.
Okay. Oh, you want to see 8 and then 12,
Yeah,
or should we just go right to 12? This is between the fingers there. That's right there. That's 8, and that's 12. And guys say they have a 12-inch or a 10-inch, but usually if a guy has an 8-inch penis or 8.5-inch penis, it's going to look like 10 inches. If you measured it and said it's 12, you're full ass.
And you know, whatever it is, he's going to have a problem. And we certainly get more complaints about too big than too little.
Okay.
And he's going to have to work with his girlfriend and make sure she's in control.
Yeah. Well, I believe him, but he seems like such a jackass. Sean?
Yes? So I'm a jackass, huh?
Yeah, you kind of seem that way. Are you?
Well, not particularly. Well, my girlfriend wouldn't be too happy if she knew I was calling because she said, no matter how big of a prick I have, you're much bigger. That's her view of you. But, hey, thanks for the advice. Talk to you later. Bye.
What was that?
I think he was talking about me, but, you know, the problem with Sean and his wording is he made it seem like... Well, he didn't execute it right because he said...
He's so
it's too bad my girlfriend didn't hear about this because no matter how big a prick you have, I'm still bigger. But the point is he should have said Adam because it's sort of like his girlfriend was calling him a prick.
Right. Yeah.
All right. So we figured out that was a bogus call?
Yes, bogus call.
But that was sort of angry bogus.
Yeah, it was weird. It was that's why we were kind of looking at each other, playing with it a little bit.
Well, you know it's bogus, and no guy with a 12-inch penis is angry. He's like Rip Taylor on the other line.
A few guys with a 12-inch penis.
Yeah. Amanda.
Yeah.
You're 18.
Hey, what's up? Mahalo.
Hey.
I'm so glad I got to talk to you guys. I was like, oh, my God, it's 11:51. Anyway, it's okay.
Oh, that's right. We're out of time.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, really quickly. I don't want to ask my original question. Is that okay?
She's been on hold for 83 minutes,
It's a
everybody.
pretty good one. You're pregnant and you wanted to get an abortion.
Yeah.
Well, she probably had the abortion since she was on hold.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah, really. I already decided, like, my original question I'm not going to do now, which is good, but because I came up with something else that I want to discuss with you. Basically, Dr. Drew.
Yeah.
Because my pregnancy's been kind of crazy. Like, I feel this is my first time being pregnant, and I feel like, and I'm only like a week short of 2 months, so I feel kind of like ridiculous having the symptoms that I'm having. Like, I feel like I'm turning into my boyfriend, to the man who got me pregnant. I mean, this sounds really ridiculous, but I feel like my bodily fluids, my breath, my cum, everything has smelled like his. And, like, I'm growing, like, I'm getting, like, all this fat on my thighs, and I'm not, like, a fat person at all. I'm a dancer, so I have all this muscularness. It's just really, like, it's totally tripping me out.
What kind of dancer?
I do all kinds of dancing, actually.
Oh, that's bad.
Nothing exotic.
Tap, modern, jazz?
Yeah.
Oh, eating disorder?
Ballet.
Yeah.
Well, but I didn't feel like this before.
You have an eating disorder?
No.
You ever have one?
But you're pregnant, Amanda. I mean, who knows what... I mean, that's just the way you're going to be when you're pregnant.
I get to sit on my ass. I'm not right. You know what I mean? You got a being in you.
It reminds you of your boyfriend, but I bet you the next time you're pregnant by somebody else, it's the same experience.
Oh, wow.
So are you going to get an abortion?
Yeah. Next week is my appointment.
Oh, okay. How do you feel about that?
Well, it's kind of hard with where I live because abortion's really looked down on. And my boyfriend doesn't want me to get an abortion.
Oh, he doesn't?
Yeah, he did, but then he changed his mind on me.
How old is he?
He's 20.
What's he do for a living?
He works at the mall.
Okay, unless you own the mall. Even if you own the mall, you shouldn't be having kids.
Right.
Yeah, working at the mall is bad. Yeah. There's a host of things you can do at the mall. They're all bad. Hot dog on a stick, security, movies, whatever it is.
I worked at a mall.
Yeah, look at you. You're a mess.
Yeah.
That's cool. So.
All right, so, Amanda, get that abortion.
So I should just chill then? Will I be okay? Like, will it go away after I get the abortion?
Yes, all this stuff will go away.
Good.
Yeah.
How long?
But, be careful. I mean, people aren't properly coached. Women are not properly coached on what to expect after the abortion. I mean, having all these biological changes and then having them all suddenly ripped away, the mood disturbances, the grief, it's just tremendous. And people.
I've been feeling like a lot of anxiety, like I'm going to die.
That's not going to happen.
Could I die during the abortion?
I mean,
abortion. You get hit by a car. Well, the clinic could blow up.
Yeah, I mean, there are things that can happen, but generally not. Have you ever thought about adoption for the child?
Oh, well, I'm adopted.
Wouldn't that be maybe more compelling for you?
So I have some really kind of hardcore issues with it, and I'm not willing to do it.
So for you, adoption's a bad thing?
Yeah.
No, because something happened to you?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not, yeah.
All right, that's why you're dancing and pregnant.
Pretty much.
Okay, Amanda?
Yeah.
Don't get pregnant again, please.
I know.
You know, I'm trying to change the world.
I know, I appreciate it.
One adopted pregnant dancer at a time.
Yeah, that's cool. All
right.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Oh, boy. Yeah. Well, that's good. Now, listen, I know there's a lot of people that are freaked out about abortion, but what do you want? Here's my feeling. Amanda will bounce back from the abortion much quicker than we'll bounce back. as a society from having to deal with Amanda and the mall guy's kid. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I know.
We're going to have to live with this guy or this gal for quite some time. And all you folks who aren't for this, well, then just get in. How about the RU486? Or you get into the morning after pill. Get into all this stuff. Yeah. I know everyone hates abortion, but, it's funny. The people that hate abortion, they hate anything that could prevent the abortion as well, except for abstinence. And I don't understand that concept. I mean, if it's something that you deplore, why not be okay with the morning after pill, RU46,
RU46
or some of these other...
is different, but morning after pill is not an abortion.
What is the RU46?
It's an abortion pill.
Right.
It's available in Europe.
Yeah, but you take it the next day, and there's really... I wonder what the wackos would do if the RU46 came. They'd have to blow up the pharmacy, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. They're so... life is... They appreciate the sanctity of life so much that they put a bullet in the doctor's head while he's washing his dishes.
I mean, the same arguments were made about the people that defended slavery, though.
Really?
Yeah. Civil disobedience. There's a long history of civil disobedience in this country.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know. But that's different, because I'm right. You understand?
I just don't like the people that get...
Hold on, Drew, are you saying slavery's wrong? I just want to know where you stand. What's that?
The repeated abortions.
Yeah, that's...
frustrating. Just...
Obviously.
Just people don't really think. That's irritating.
No, I don't like it either. On the other hand, you show me someone who had 9 abortions, and I'm going to show you someone who I'm happy didn't have 9 kids. I really will. But I do agree, you are screwed up when you do that. We're going to take a break. We'll be back.
The phone number for Loveline is 1-800-LOVE-191. Loveline, I'll be right back.
Well, that's it for the little show. Traylor, Ryan, thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you very much.
2 Guys, a Girl in the Pizza Place, everybody. Watch it. If you never watch it again, just watch it tomorrow night.
Adam Carolla guest star.
That's right, ABC.
A Story on ABC Wednesday night.
There you go. And until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
This has been Loveline. The views expressed on Loveline are not necessarily those of the staff, the management, or the sponsors of this radio station. And are probably not the views of Westwood One Entertainment. Loveline is produced by Ann Wilkins Engel. Now, please listen to this station.